Moving on to running backs then. You want to take lead?
Yes. Moving on to running backs this week for my boom. I got James Conner.
Philosophy that other players feed off of. Conner. This time Conner tries to break away. And he's...
Oh!
Yeah, he just had a great game this past week. But I think Arizona, I mean, with now is kind of like, I mean, every game in that division now is must win.
Oh, for sure. Especially after Rams winning. And yeah.
Yeah. And I think watching the Cardinals last week, I just think, like, Kyler is so good, but you can't really have him do everything. So they really needed to bet on the run game. Unfortunately, their line isn't that good. But I do think this week they have a good shot with James Conner. Wait, why did I just blank on who they're playing?
They're playing against the Patriots.
The Patriots, who haven't been very good this year. And I think they'll be able to run the ball against them. I don't think Kyler will have that great of a game. I think James Conner missed the guy.
I mean, I hope so. I have James Conner.
Oh, there we go.
Hope so. All right. My boom this week is Rico Dowdle. Dowdle, dude.
Dowdle, first down plus. Rico out of bounds inside the 10.
So I watched,
popped off this past week.
I watched him play that Bengals game, and I was so mad because he was doing so well.
He looked good.
Yeah, he looks so good. He's playing against the Panthers, who we obviously know. Like, even though I just talked about Bryce Young being a good sleeper,
Yeah.
it's still the Panthers, and so you think the Cowboys are gonna, they're out of playoff contention anyways, but they still are the Cowboys, so they can't just lose games, and
They also can't trust that quarterback.
they can't. Dallas has been averaging 20 carries per game the past 3 games and over 100 yards. He's easily their back now,
Yeah.
and so I think he's gonna get a lot of opportunity. He is fast. He carved the Bengals defense. He broke off for some great runs, and so I just think I think you trust him over a lot of running back ones now. And I think he should be a top 7 back now.
Yeah. Top 7. Wow.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that's a bold take. Moving on to my bus, I got DeAndre Swift.
Third down and 3. Here's Swift. They keep it on the ground. And Swift.
I feel like I choose him often, and it's
Because
burned.
you hated him in the beginning.
No, I mean yes, part of it, but it's bitten me in the ass a couple times. But he is playing the Vikings, who have been a stout run defense. I mean, majority of the year. I do think Chicago is going to come out firing, but I also at the same time, I don't know. Like, I think now that they're out of playoff contention, it's just
Caleb Williams time.
not even. I don't even know. Maybe do you bench Caleb Williams? I don't think they will.
I think that you just throw him out there and just be like, hey man,
Just make the most
this is
of
your
it.
first year, just let's learn more.
Right,
That's what I
right.
think.
Right. Okay. But that said, I mean, that Bears line is still the same. DeAndre Swift had a bad game, and he's been struggling as of late. His second half of the season, it hasn't been as good, definitely. And so I don't expect him to do that much better.
Okay. Moving on to bust. Yes, moving on to bust. I have Najee.
Harris back out there. Here's the handle. Harris is in for the Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris against the Eagles. It's kind of like a gut feeling thing watching him play every week. He hasn't gotten over 80 yards the past 3-4 games. Luckily he squeezed out one touchdown in the past 4 or 2 touchdowns in the past 4 games.
Yeah.
He just doesn't seem like the back, and Jalen Warren is more effective.
Yeah.
I think so. The only thing is that there is a chance it might rain against this game, so they might go on the ground more, but I think for the Steelers to beat the Eagles, who are, I think like we've said before, top 3 defense.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to score. Like, Wilson's gonna have to do stuff.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be able to just keep punching it with Najee, and so they don't get that many red zone visits, to be honest, as a team because of how they play, because they are a very low scoring team. So Najee not getting a lot of opportunities and Warren being there to snipe a couple chances, I don't think he's gonna be a good pick, even though he kind of has been more reliable this year.
I mean, but I guess it's towards this time of the year, depending on what your team needs. Because Najee's not the type to have those games where it's 20 plus points.
Yeah.
He's like a steady 8 to 10, maybe 15 if it's good.
Like, you choose that over that? Like, you do...
No, I'm saying, I guess, in this time of the season, you might need to be a little bit more riskier.
Like
Right, like if you really need to make playoffs, like is 8-9 points from your RB
enough.
2 maybe for most people?
I think for some teams it might be 1.
What if that? I mean, that's tough.
Because I do know like the zero running back play is like a very popular play, so I assume Harris.
I mean, if he's RB1, I guess you start him. But if he's like your RB2, RB like your flex, you might need to consider. Like,
Honestly, like for this week, I would start. Well, if Kenneth Walker's out, Zach Charbonnet is obviously a running back 1.
yeah,
Like I would consider actually starting Tank over Najee.
oh, I would too actually. Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, in some world, I could consider starting Warren over Najee.
I would consider that too. Yeah, yeah, I agree.
And so
The
it's
potential isn't worth it.
Yeah. This is one of those rare instances where like opportunity doesn't really equal like
Yeah,
because he gets around like 16 touches per game,
which is a lot.
which is a lot.
But you need to make them count.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to sleeper, right?
Yes.
Running back sleeper this week, and I mean, I'm just gonna follow the trend. I'm gonna go with the guy named Phil Taylor versus the Rams.
Oh, for some reason I thought we were gonna have the same one.
Oh.
Okay.
I feel like I might know who it is though.
Okay.
But it's the 49ers running back. Obviously, Guarando's hurt.
Oh yes.
I don't think he's gonna play, but we'll see. Even if he does play, what?
Hey, should we try out to be a running back for the 49ers?
Honestly, maybe. But like, I mean, that's exactly my first point. It's like it doesn't matter who the running back is behind this scheme and line. Like they will perform. And we said Guarando is a league winner. I mean, this guy for this week might be your playoff clincher.
I mean, honestly, if you have a 4th string running back being a RB1,
yeah,
your team is elite in the run game.
Right. So if you were able to snatch him by the time you hear this recording, like I think you got to start him all the way. And like we said, Rams aren't the best.
They are terrible. They're terrible.
I didn't want to say that, but they're not good.
Terrible.
So
except that we stopped James Cook.
I know.
Surprisingly,
you guys. I think you know what it was. It was just you guys were up so much, so early. There's no need to run the ball.
That's true.
Like that's why Josh went crazy.
That's true.
But yeah, Phil Taylor I think is going to be a good pick, and I think he could blow up this week.
Okay, cool. All right. My sleeper, and it's kind of a deep sleeper. I mean, I assume he's available in all leagues, and he could be a playoff winner for you. Is Isaiah Davis.
To Wilson. Davis. Nice block inside, and he's in for 6.
Oh, I don't even know. Isaiah Davis, where does he play? Bills?
He plays for the Jets.
The Jets. Oh.
Breece Hall is out.
Is Braylon Allen hurt too?
So, Allen is still available.
Okay.
So they split work, but Davis got the touchdown look. And he edged Allen out just barely by yards. I think, and so this is why it's tough. So I actually thought you were going to choose Allen. They both are splitting work, but I just feel like with this week, Davis is going to get more opportunity. And I honestly, either way might be a good play because they both are pretty, like, they're like not owned. Maybe like 10-20% in leagues.
Yeah.
But they're going to get first, like, string looks.
Yeah.
Against the Jags, who are top 3 run defense, again, allowed.
Yeah.
And so, I think it's if I was in the playoffs right now with my team, I might have started him because I don't have running backs.
I see.
Like, I had Saquon and no one. And so it was like if I had an opportunity to have him, I would start him.
I don't think he's a rookie, is my guess. But Braylon is.
Oh, yeah.
And so that could give the edge to Isaiah as well. Wow, good pick. I didn't even think about him.
Yeah.
Huh.